Greetings and salutations, Earthlings. Zube here with a collective, general, random reading. All of my readings are timeless. If you are interested in a personal reading, my information is down below. I do astrology and tarot. Today, what popped up for me, it was a memory that when I asked for something for the reading. And the memory was when I was a kid and we were camping. We were with another family and they were popping popcorn like the old school way, which I think they still do sometimes for like novelty, but where you have the popcorn maker with the oil in it. And so we were all like huddled around in the camper, basically on top of each other, because there were 4 kids and an adult. And the popcorn started popping out like right onto, it was a pop-up camper too. Pop. Pop's coming a lot. So anyway, the kernels started coming out really, really fucking hot and landing on my legs because I was like right in a spot. And I remember it was, if you've been in a pop-up camper, there's that table and then the 2 like seating areas on the side. I was like on the inside by the pull-out bunk, so I couldn't get away from it. Oh, it was really traumatic. I must have been like 6 or 7 years old, but that came to me. And so what I was sort of getting from that is that I was so excited about having popcorn, and then all of a sudden, like I had little blisters all over my legs. I think like 7 or 8 of the kernels landed on my legs. And it was like going from excitement to, oh my God, back up, Anyway, it was fine. I'm sure I ate popcorn, but I cried. I cried because I'm a Cancer. That's what we do. I'm a Cancer who grew up in an entire house full of fire signs and 1 air sign. And they would always be like, why is she crying? Like, because I'm a Cancer, sensitive. Anywho, but we might be excited about something, but we might be like getting burned in the process. Like, things could be coming up that hurt. And so there's kind of a stand back and let the good stuff like happen. But yeah, there's something like that. So let's start pulling cards. No, I'm not going to use this one. All right. We're going to do this. This one. We're going to do the Angels deck. I love this deck. I'm going to do a Celtic cross today, so this one might be a little bit longer. I love these ones with like the shiny sides. I don't know if you can see that. It's like gold. Let me see. Maybe. No, you can't. I don't think you can. Anywho, all right. So we want to not get burned. But like popcorn is popping. And also if there's somebody named Pop or something like that, because pop-up camper, popcorn. I have a pop-up. Hi, pop-up. Maybe he's saying hello. All right. The Chariot, winning, success. Chariot is actually the card for Cancer also. But the Chariot is like harnessing, oftentimes opposite energies or like, just chaos and riding the chariot, like you have 2 horses that are guiding the chariot and you don't want to be distracted. Things are moving really quickly. You're moving forward. It's a card of success. It's a card of winning, but you don't want to allow yourself to be like, if you look away, the horses might get ornery and try to run in different directions. So you really have to focus. It's kind of like being in a zone. The Knight of Pentacles. This is, that's really funny because He's like the slowest moving card in the deck, and things are not going slow. The Chariot card would indicate it's like maybe we're being slowed down a little bit, and we don't want to slow down. Maybe things are going too quickly and we need to go a little bit slower. Only you can know. This, the Knight of Pentacles is the crossing card. So if you need to slow down, or if you need to be patient while things are a little bit slow, that could be going on. It's like we might feel like that is preventing us from success or winning, but it isn't. There's either a need to slow down or a need for patience when there is a slowdown. So what's in the subconscious? Oh, 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups. This is, you know what? I really want to focus on it because this card, it's memories from the past. It can be a card of soulmates. It could be a card of siblings. This is in the subconscious or the unconscious. So it's kind of like a driving force that we might not be aware of. But that card in particular, the angel deck, is the deck that I grabbed when I hung up the phone with my dad after I found out my brother died. And I was like, all right, Eric, you got to give me a card. I didn't know what the hell else to do. You're just like, it's a weird, like, you're not in reality. It's very strange. But that was the card. And I was like, how sweet is that? It's like a little boy with his hand on the girl's heart. And I know that was from him, or my guide's from him, because I don't think he quite knew how to make that happen yet. Anyway, what do I know? Who knows? Oh, why is this coming out? So in the recent past, the 9 of Wands. So we're coming from this energy of the 9 of Wands is the battle weary soldier. We're kind of exhausted, but we still got fight in us. We could just be battle weary. We're fucking tired, man. Like, we're tired and we want to go quick, and things are getting slowed down, and we don't want that, or it's like in the hurry to, like, I was probably damn near staring inside of the popcorn maker, being a little kid, and something was wrong with it. It shouldn't have popped out like that. But anyways, yeah, like, we could be anticipating something or trying to rush to complete things. And there's a need here to take your time. And that might not be what we're feeling. The 6 of Cups as kind of the driving force. It's like we're craving connection. There could be elements of wanting to get back to the way things were. That can be a card of nostalgia, and odds are things are not going to quite be the way that they were. What is known? 7 of Cups. 7 of Cups is confusion, uncertainty. Which cup do I want to choose? Having multiple choices. But again, this is what's known, what's conscious. What are we intending or reaching for? And the 7 of Cups always comes with a warning. Do not rush your choice. It's kind of cloudy out. It's, it can be like, if you're getting hammered all the time, that card always comes out if people are struggling a little bit with escaping into drugs or alcohol or anything like that. But we want to wait and see what emerges. So, like, don't rush into a decision. And that's what I think this Chariot card is indicating, is that we will be successful, but we're going to have to pause and take things slowly at times and really focus on what's going on before us. So it's kind of funny because you might think those would be counterintuitive. We want to focus on love. Oh, the Six of Cups is unconditional love. I describe that card like it's soulmates, in the sense that like sibling love is generally really sweet. You know, I joke that I love the shit out of my husband, and I also have a very non-gross feeling about him. Like he's kind of almost like as close as a sibling to me. Like that I would do anything for him, even when we have broken up in the past. He was always kind of like my bestie. So, but it's that's why it's a soulmate card, because the soulmate connection is very sweet. There's a sweetness to it that's like I would do anything for you. It's meaning it's not just a sexual in nature kind of love. There's a soulmate connection, like a very friend-like aspect or sibling-like aspect. So we could be really seeking out unconditionally loving connections. And we might want that really bad, you know. But the Seven of Cups is like, don't just grab onto whatever, because we want to wait and see what is fully emerging. All right, what is coming up in the future? Gosh, a lot of cups. We really want to feel loved. Four of Cups. Well, it's kind of funny too. So in the future, we had the Four of Cups yesterday as well, if you're watching this in time order. But the Four of Cups, there's still this element of surprise that we might think things are going to look one way, but there's actually something else coming in, you know. One of the things that I'm reminded of by that story is that it wasn't my mom who was making the popcorn. It was this family that we were with, and the mom was super sweet, super nice. She felt horrible about what happened, but I remember I was really scared, and I couldn't figure out, like, at first what was happening, you know, and I was really hurt. And I was trying not to like cry or freak out because we weren't with my mom, you know what I mean? So I, if I did the most, you know, my mom loves me unconditionally, but this lady doesn't. She doesn't have to love me. So there's you know, I always like to draw the story into the reading. And so it's something like, we just want to be unconditionally loved, and we don't want to rush headlong into something that might not be that. Like, they're like, take your time, you will be successful. Sometimes the Chariot, things might speed up and you're like, whoa, shit, where am I going? Because the Chariot card does indicate things going quickly, but we have that Knight of Pentacles crossing it, and the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving card in the deck, but he plants seeds that ultimately grow into a crop. And so he produces, you know, he's reliable, and things will be produced. So you could be going a little bit between really, really quick and then a slowdown, and really, really quick and then a slowdown. And, you know, we're coming from this energy of the Nine of Wands, where we're like, I just wanted this shit to be over with. Whatever, you know, that means for you. All right, so what is the lens that we're looking through? The Empress. The Empress card is that's mom energy, that's mother energy. That, you know, this is Gaia. The Empress is like, gives birth to things, which can be creative endeavors or whatever. She encompasses all of the energies of the queens, you know, earth, air, fire, and water. She's been through a lot. We're looking through this lens of, you know, I've been through a lot. And this is it. She is unconditional love. That's, you know, the Empress, the mother, she's unconditionally loving. It's Gaia being unconditionally loving of us. So the journey of finding unconditional love is being unconditionally loving first. And that's kind of what you get back, you know. Holy shit, dude. This is like all cups. In the environment, we have the 10 of cups. It's achievable. I mean, who do you have around you that is unconditionally loving? There is that in the environment. You know, the 10 of cups, that's ultimate happiness. And if this isn't necessarily about people, it could be about work as well, you know, finding a job that is emotionally fulfilling. You know, if you're like thinking about moving, something like that, but finding something that's really emotionally fulfilling, and that kind of wealth, like feeling wealthy in regards to family, connection, relationships, purpose. What is in the hopes and fears spot? Ace of Cups. This is a weird ass reading. Ace of Cups. So hopes and fears, Ace of Cups is, and having an open heart, being, you know, the beginning of a new journey of love. That's so weird. Cut 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 out of the 9 cards are cups. I mean, cups are water, that's emotions. And then the Chariot card is Cancer, which is a water sign. And the outcome, Ace of Pentacles. Okay, so look, the Ace of Pentacles, that's earth energy. So our hopes and fears are putting our heart out there. But what all of this is going to do with the Ace of Pentacles coming in the outcome, it's like we have these feelings of what we want. And whenever I see the Ace of Pentacles, that's a new beginning in an earthy phase. Pentacles are earth energy. So we're creating a new earth, and that takes time. Like we might feel like that's what we want, and we might not see it yet. So this is sort of making me think of manifesting, where you imagine things, and especially when you kind of first start with manifesting, there's that shitty voice in your head that's like, whatever, that's never going to happen, you know, and you're like imagining whatever it is that you want. I feel like we're kind of there with something in our lives, and that feels like popcorn seeds burning us. And we might get blistered, we might get burned a little bit, but that mom embraced me like I was her own kid and was like, oh my God, you know, anyway, and I was loved unconditionally. Wow. Why do I want to cry? That's very weird. You know, there are loving people everywhere. Huh, that's kind of funny and sweet or something. But before we see the results of what it is that we want, of what we feel, or what we're pouring our heart into, before we see the results in 3D reality, it's a risk of putting our heart out there, you know, and having the faith that it's going to come. Let's see. Do these. One of these. And let's not forget that at the end, I got popcorn. There we go. And she's back. Back again. At the end, I got popcorn. It was all good. Let go. Enjoy the pulsing light of the firefly, but don't hold on too tight. So release your grip on what's happening with the Chariot. You might have quit. Usually with the Chariot card, it's like, don't let up. But with that Knight of Pentacles crossing it, I think there's a need for patience. You know, the Chariot card is also about can be a control freak, you know. So if you're in control freak mode, things are going to slow down, and you need to be patient when that happens, because otherwise you might injure yourself or something. Cleanse. Wash your weary spirit clean and take a walk in the wooded glades. So yeah, get out in nature, take deep breaths. I think we're working on patience always, but okay. I'm going to do a couple of these. Be open, but yeah, be open-hearted, be vulnerable. Watch some Brene Brown. I love her. And I love some of the really mainstream people. All right. Home. This is like the home within, spending time at home. There is a lot in here about home and family, you know, and that can be soul family, whatever, but really, really feeling at home, you know, really investigating yourself to see what it is that you truly want, and not grasping at illusions, which is that Seven of Cups, because there could be illusions in front of us. You know, that looks like what I want, you know, or that's convenient, it's right here. But we should wait. Encouragement to look at, be vulnerable. It's like an adult giraffe. I'm kind of thinking that as your spirits, guides, angels encouraging you. Look for the people who are encouraging. We're gonna do one more. Storm fields. Yeah, it's kind of bumpy out there. Not gonna lie. I think things are difficult. It's kind of funny too, because like these two cards just sort of like feel the same to me. Like they just look the same. We're like, God, I'm sick of this. Oh, why has it got to be so hard? I just want to hurry up. I think that's what I want. And then we grab it, but don't rush. Be deliberate, be present, be patient. Don't lose focus. Don't get lazy. Don't get so frustrated that you give up, or, you know, don't get the fuck it's. Anyway, for some reason I want to pull one of these for last card. It's kind of like last call, but less intoxicating. The Fool. Have faith. Have faith. Make a fool of yourself, you know, make a fool of yourself. Just the Fool card represents like naivety and trust and faith at its best. It's taking a leap of faith, a new beginning, knowing that you'll fly on the way down. And this feels more like just being faithfully led and taking like each step at a time, and not this, don't overreach for something out of impatience or fear, or a sense of urgency. Anywho, I gotta go. I hope you have a great day on Earth. Thank you for stopping by. Peace. Namaste.